And welcome everyone to Veldron's Tiger-Val challenges in No Man's Sky. And I'm back at my base, and I just want to make sure that I do not run around with a lot of things I don't need to run around with. And I see I have this one up. I should have changed that because now I have to call the other one. And does that have enough fuel to... yeah, it does. Okay. No, that's the wrong one. That one is the right one. So we need the right one, of course.
Toxic protection falling.
Because I can't really fly around in a broken ship and hope everything is fine. That won't really work out. So, what do we need to... that is all good. That one we put down, we make one of these, and we make one more of these. Good. This is all for sale. Do we have anything here we don't need with us? I would be tempted to take the sodium off, but I know I very often need it, so that one we can put aside. Yeah, that is all well and fine. So just have a little look so I don't actually take the wrong things. I'm going to stop them there now. I don't need them at this point, so well, I might need them, but then I can always get back and get them. So out and getting around. As everyone is aware, there's football tonight, England against Slovenia and Denmark against Serbia, so I might get some updates with score and I will let you know. I hope they would put it in the chat, but let's see. It might also be why there is not a lot of people on at this time, but let's see how it goes. So I can't believe if I actually did chit chat with everyone on this planet. I have in this station. I have a feeling I didn't, because it seemed like I just tried to get things done yesterday evening. So, and that is very often the thing when we get to the end of the evening. You're tired. You kind of just want to finish up. So these are good no matter how many times you get here, because they kind of reset every time you leave the system. Is it needs or is it find? Okay. So it's not needs. That's the problem, you sometimes forget what category they are in, and with that many words, it's actually tricky. I will, by the way, say it's very warm here tonight, so I will drink a lot of water, and I might run a couple of times to fill up and empty out whatever is needed. So that was 2 wrongs here, that's not good. Luckily it doesn't really matter anything, but well, it matters in the matter that I don't get anything out of them if you don't get them right. So that was at least the right one, so I got a standing, which is kind of good because that gives you discount of trades on the space station. And as I'm only allowed to use gig systems, that is actually very beneficial. Oh, warm. Warm. So I hope he doesn't hit me. Standing is not bad. I do this in the beginning of the game. Down the line this is not needed, but until you get your foundation of money and so on, it is actually quite important to go down that line. And as I said, normally this is only a suggestion. I'm not telling anyone how to play, because your game, your play, you do what you think is best. And if you do wrong, you hopefully learn from it and try something else. Standing again, it's okay. I do think I took this one, didn't I? No, I didn't. Okay. Then That should, of course, okay. That should, of course, be done. I talked to him. Where is this one there? Did I remember this one over here? No. So coax is a technology, and that is so it's still better than nothing. So and to be honest, at some point when I have too much, that will become a wiring loom and something else. Oh, it's not ship, it's not anomaly. It's not please find. No. Navigation data, okay. They can be useful at some point, but oh, that is something I don't really want to hang around. So that I will just sell immediately. Shuttles around there. Don't think I had any. Actually a system which was found by someone else. 6 years ago. So I have to stick with kick systems, and that is of course what I do.
Hostile ships approaching.
Get a good freighter this time. Last one was a C-class. That's
Technology recharge.
that was why I stuck with the sodium. So be a little bit careful if you shoot towards the freighters, because if you damage them, you are suddenly the bad guy. And the authorities will come and try to fight you. So be careful not to fall into the trap that, oh, this is the last one, I don't have to be careful. Actually you do. It has happened so many times that the last one kills you.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Oh, it's the wrong one. I moved. Ah. So that is one good one. And that is it. Let's find the freighter. And if you don't know where the hangar deck is, then always look for the icon. I'm coming in the wrong way here, so that will always show you where that part is. this. It's a B class, so I don't want that either. So I will just take the reward for this one as well. So that was really it for here. Which is fine. I don't mind. I'll save for now. That would be useful when I actually get one. So, space station is the next protocol here, and that is somewhere that way, yeah. As always, space stations has their fixed routines. You run around, you do the things, and yeah, it's pretty much the same every time, but even though it's the same, it's different things, so it is not necessarily the same. I take these because I would like that. I will see if I can collect 250 pyrite. How many planets? There's only 3. Okay, we'll have to look at that. I might have to go back somewhere where I have found it earlier and get it there. I actually have, okay. You know what? That would actually be fine.
Navigational data received.
And of course I can go out and find more, but because I use it as fuel instead of tritium, it uses less, and it is kind of a good it's a good substitute, because it actually takes less of it then tritium, and tritium later on I will need on my freighter. So it's all about finding the proper balance. So remember that the chat is there if you have questions. If you're new to the game, feel free to ask. If you are experienced, then feel free to ask as well, or comment on some of the things I say, do, and all that kind of things. So if you wonder what it is I am doing and playing at, I'm playing a challenge, which is a mesh of different challenges, but you're not allowed to use the starter ship. You had to find a crashed ship. That's the only way you can be allowed to fly that ship type. So that is the first hurdle, and then limited anomaly usage, and yeah, down the line it all goes to you have to own one of each ship and, well, be allowed to fly them, except living ships, and have a base in Eissentam on a paradise planet where you retire, and of course you have to own a freighter as well. So that's the whole challenge, and this played on Permadeath. So one little mistake that gets you killed means you start all over. There is no second chances with Permadeath, and nor should there be. We know what it's about, and we actually do. And I say we because Welsh Tiger is playing the same on parallel. She's not on right now, but I don't know if she's watching football. She might be. And yeah, as football is quite interesting, then I kind of decided if it collides, then it's just too bad. I promised I would stream, and that's what I'm doing. And my team will not do better or worse whether I'm watching it. Of course, if I was not streaming, I would be watching it, and I would be shouting and doing all the normal football things. But to be honest, there is a lot of big sports coming up through the year, and I mean, it's nice sometimes there is some alternative to it. I like watching sport, but it can get a little bit too much. Oh dear. Technology, exploration, don't know what that is. Help is not right either, so it seems like there was no words for good usage here. Luckily it doesn't cost anything, but on the other hand it would be nice to get something. getting free stuff is worth gold. Oh, A-class. Could be something I would be interested in under other circumstances. Oh, sorry. Oh. Oh. Ah. I feel my camera seems very dark today. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually inhaled my own saliva or water I had in my mouth, which not a very smart thing to do. Experiment? This is not a weapon I use, so I rather want the wiring looms as it is at the moment, because they might be useful if I want to upgrade something. So yeah, there is a reason for doing that as well. But I see it that I get free upgrade modules, and how I spend them is really my own choice. So I do like to look at the ships there is. Because if I do find S-class ships, I will cut out the little video and put on my YouTube channel. And I do know some people actually do like to watch them, and some has gotten the ships from it, so I think that's a useful thing to do. So to see something. So even though if I could buy a hauler, I'm not allowed to fly it because I have not found one as a crashed one yet.
Units received.
And that's where it down the line will become a little bit tricky. But on the other hand, I do like those kind of challenges. So oh, I don't want them all. But I want those. And I want... those.
Product received.
Oh.
Product received.
See, I'm spending all my money because I want to make money. That's yeah, that's how it is. So I'm not using my charts. I am trying to, because I can only use one on the planet, and I have to leave the planet as soon as I have executed that thing. So I would say if I use and find an observatory that shows the distress signal, and of course I'm allowed to go to the distress signal, but when that is done, then it's leave the planet. No more things are allowed to be done there. That is a very
Units received. Units received. Units received.
a little bit of a weird planet, this one.
Units received. Units received.
something I need, want for well, the question is, I could actually go and use a chart. I'm not going to use this planet in any ways and means because it is so close to where we started, so and I already have a small base. Oh, that's a depot. That is not something I really wanna. I am not armed up to do these yet, so that has to wait a little bit. So I placed these on the wrong one. That is very smart. And I have to be careful when I'm doing these kind of things, but I'm actually going to put that on. So I do like to have the economy scanner, among other things. A lot of things is actually useful when you're playing, and down the line it's all about putting a lot on. There is a buried treasure, so why not take it when I'm here? It is in the end money, so not necessarily a lot of money, but it could be. So we need to find some keys. I would say if you wanna up the standing with the guilds, down the line sometimes these keys can be used to do that, but I must admit I'm not one who takes more than I need, because it's filling up slots that I don't have at this point. So yeah, apart from that, then this is straightforward. This is something everyone can do. There's nothing special with that. So these comes as missions as well on the space stations, and it has an extra step. You have to find the... that was not a lot. You have to find this site, and you do that by going to a monolith first and get directions. So missions is always a little bit extra than just doing it. So that goes over. Absolutely fine. There's a building close by. I want to get a fix on that. So animals is always good to scan. Because they do give good money, so that is and of course the better you upgrade your scanner, the more you can get out of it, so just saying that might be beneficial. Okay, this is a good one to find. I do have charts. Oh, that looks so nice.
Units received.
So, by the way, it's not only animals which gives good money when scanned. Everything does. The more you scan, the more money you get out of it. So, I can only recommend to do it.
Units received.
So, I think there is a bug problem on this planet. Oh well. I need one of them, I need one of them, I need that on my ship. That one. No. That one I put this into. And then we go in and talk to this one. The reason I made those things is that's what is needed, plus some sodium nitrate. So that is actually quite fine. It's absolutely really what you need. So that's good, and that is. It's always good to get something almost free, and it's a lot of money there is in it if you do it enough times. Because if you noticed on the space station, when I buy a slot, it's well, 88,000 for the cheap one and 300 something for the expensive one now, and it just gets more and more expensive. So I'm tempted to get a little bit of resources now I'm here. I'm actually filling up my slots, but that's okay. Some of it I will get rid of again, and that is
Weather warning.
so.
Incoming
Oh,
storm.
bad weather, that's not good.
Units received.
So let's get the cover quickly. Hope the best. Bad weather will probably mean it turns very hot. Like someone said to me the other day, when I'm sitting when the environment I'm in is hot, then I should go to cold planets, and I actually got that. But yeah, see here, it turns very hot. so not to kill myself, because that would be kind of stupid. That's not really what you want. Whenever you are in a cave or tunnel, you are actually protected against the environment. Even though it's not always, it regenerates your shielding. So keep an eye on it if you are on very hostile planets. Because it might not be nice. But this trick, standing in a little hole, can actually help you a lot. So I'm actually fine now. And the temperature is actually fine in the hole I'm in. I could just jump up to my ship and it would not cause any issues, but it is. I always recommend to actually respect the environment, because that is the dark horse you don't actually always see come and do the bad things to you. It might not kill you directly, but as you might hit well, it might lower your defenses so much that you then suddenly take one bomb and you're dead. It's that bad sometimes. Let's see, going out, it is clearing, so it's still warm, but it won't go as fast. So yeah, that's the whole thing when you are in these situations. Be smart. So, am I going to do any more on this planet? Hey Wicked. I know, you're always smart. So, I'm actually going to use a chart, which means that's what I can do now, and then I have to go to another planet. Yeah, I saw your name popped up, but I know you sometimes have other things you are doing. So I kind of yes, I started it on last Thursday. It's a mesh of challenges Tiger and I have brewed together, and it's permadeath and no starter ship. And in order to fly a ship, you have to find a crashed one and repair it. That's how you learn to fly. And the objective in the end is to go to Eissentam, find a paradise planet and build a base and retire there. And of course you have to have a couple of other things filled out, but it's a lot of smaller challenges we have woven together to one kind of longer one. And it's actually good fun so far. I know Tiger is in the background also now, so now I can talk about her. She was not too happy. It took her quite a while to find the ship. I was a little bit luckier. So, yeah, so I saw you pop up as well. So I wouldn't talk about you if you were not present, to be honest.
Technology recharge.
So that goes there. That goes. There. Ah, yeah, my kids talked about that as well, but I do believe they are watching football because they are quite interested in the results. But oh dear, that sounds like a nightmare. That really sounds bad. Oh. Yeah. True, but yeah. Well, I can say something positive now because at least as long as we stick with the surface, we don't get too much attrition during swimming. So I know other games where you start getting fatigue from swimming. Okay, I think, well, that one is unknown, so that means I haven't been there. That's a rainy one. Activated copper, I actually need that for my repairs. So that might be a good idea to take a look at that. Bloody hell, 3 hours or 4 hours swimming. That I think I might have said used some very bad 4 letters words, but I'm not sure. Talk about swimming. I'm not a big lover of water worlds, meaning that I do not mind them being around, but I do mind the problem sometimes to get things from them. So yeah. So I was thinking something here. What was that? That one is done. Was there any more I had to do? I think I'm fine for now. So I have a lot of copper there. That goes down there. Oh yeah, that's fine. Weather here is quite warm, so I'm going to sit it out a little bit. So as I need the chromatic metal, I might just refine it immediately, because then I get it done without actually killing a lot of time in the end. I will say it's rather warm around here, and that is so I do apologize if I have a fan on, and if that can be heard sometimes. I am a little bit sorry about that, but I have to have some air rotation in the room, otherwise I'll just be sitting melting away. Okay, let's take a walk. I mean, sometimes it's actually just fine as it is. Don't have to make things more complicated than they are. Patium, that's not really something I need, but it can always be sold, so getting one of these is actually not a bad thing. It doesn't really work with any of the other things, I believe. No. And it doesn't even work with the other shielding, so I'll just keep it there for now, and it might end up somewhere completely different. So, where was the copper? It's actually not a uninteresting planet, I would say. There is, of course, sentinels, but as long as I only mine resources from deposits, the sentinels will leave me alone. So activated copper is kind of a little bit of upgraded copper, and it's not something, to my knowledge, you can make yourself, so you actually have to get it like that. And the same, there is activated cadmium, there's activated emerald, and there's activated indium, and they have to be found like that. Where they are interesting is that the activated version give a better outcome when you're making it into chromatic metal. So, for instance, here I put normal copper in. Okay, let's just get this out and put a copper in there, and it gives 2 copper to 1 chromatic metal. So if I put activated copper in, it goes 1 to 1, and the other ones is the same. They are better than the original ones. So if you really need a lot of chromatic metal, then higher end activated metals are really useful. So I actually do think that, yeah, I think I'll make this one. And that's why I kept some of the copper, but yeah. I do like to be able to get the different things from boxes. I hate those things I can't pick off. So, what else do we have around here? Anything quite intriguing? I don't want these. I took a lot of them the other day. There's another activated copper. What's that? Salt. So if I go and get that, then I should be fine for a very long time. You see, if you pick up these, I'll explain my line of thought. You will get a number of navigation data. However, you might also get exosuit upgrade charts, which is a drop pod. So in that matter, it's actually worth picking them up. However, sentinels will be attracted of your picking up. So okay, I only got navigation data for these, so that's fine. And then I can of course buy charts, whatever I want, and I do, but at this point in the game it's actually not the most useful. The thing is, there is things which is important at this point, and there's things which is important later in the game. That's one thing which has always puzzled me, that if I use my mining beam to get resources, the sentinels come rushing and at some point start attacking me, which yeah, we've learned that lesson. But if I use my terrain modifier to take resources out of the ground, which is much higher numbers most of the time at least. Nope. They don't care.
Units received.
Okay, first.
Units received.
So, yeah. What is that? That is a plant, okay.
Units received.
So, where is my ship? It's that way. Oh yeah, I have lost my ship before, so that is absolutely a possibility.
Received.
And if you ask how that can be, keep watching. It is absolutely possible to get lost in the game and get sidetracked so much that you actually forget all about you. No, not forget all about you, forget all around you. Everything around you. So, and there's an unknown building which,
Weather warning.
oh,
Incoming storm.
oh. So was the two last episodes good, Tiger? I actually think I will wait for the weather to settle. So I haven't gotten any updates about football, so I assume it's still 0-0 in both matches. Which is, I don't know how that result will end out, but that I will have to look into later. So yeah, I've been talking about the environment and the importance of at least respect it. and I stick with that because it might not kill you directly, even though if you run around in it too long, it will start affecting you and it will kill you if you don't do anything about it. But you can always prolong your health. One of the ways is using caves. Yeah, no, I know it was, so that's why I'm asking, because as I said, my kids have been talking about watching them in one go as well, and I'm sure they will. So it's good to see the good writers is back on it, and that makes a big difference, I feel. And I need to well, run through them. I've started doing from when I found them interesting when they rebooted it and so yeah. Well, I actually been thinking about now that the whole thing is on BBC iPlayer, and actually watch from the first day to through everything. That is that's a thought I had as well. Because I remember watching many years ago, but it was not on scheduled where I lived, so it was very often when we got TV from other places and other countries. Yeah, no, I heard that, but I mean, if it becomes a success, then hopefully they will start making more, because actually Disney money is not necessarily cutting it down in numbers, because they have made series which goes up in 20 something episodes a year, so a season, so that might actually be something they go down to. Have I just found a ship? Interesting. Why the hell did I get a coax? I'm not in a coax system. Okay. But I think they have only made 8 to actually look out how it's received. Because I think it's for the American market as well. I was going to say something very creepy, and I will, but I have to formulate it correctly. Um, I was going to ask you that ever since you were a little girl, did you want to be the doctor's companion? And then I started thinking, and that was very, very weird connection, because but that was before you were a little girl, I assume. So uh, I was thinking about maybe you would have contacted and see if Jim could fix it. And the reason I started thinking about that, I was watching some old music videos the other day, and I saw one from Tops of the Pops, and I saw Jimmy Savile standing as a DJ in the background, and I thought, that is absolutely horrible. So that was a very weird line of thoughts which came into play here. So please don't take offense to that. It was not aimed at anyone in specific. But I do believe that you are younger than that, aren't you? Oh, I found an explorer. Okay. Okay. That is not for now. It's okay to find them, but yeah, I would say sorry if I'm being weird. That was not my intention. So I need to do something here. I'm running out of space. Space. The final frontier. So now I'm actually allowed to go to the anomaly again. For the second time. Only get 3 visits, so that is many did, but I have actually met people, and that's in my age group. How long was the break? It was from late 80s to 90 something. I can see it on iPlayer, but the thing is, I talked with people in my age group, and there was a lady. She was my age, and she loved the old Doctor Who with. She talked a lot about Tom Baker's, and that was one I remembered. Otherwise, I can't give you the names. That's beyond me. But she always said that as a kid, she always wanted to become the companion. That's no, I need to make them first. Oh wow. I never been that lucky, I would say.
Technology prepared.
But I would say I have not been at many conventions whatsoever. My daughter and I went to Vienna and we found out there was a convention on, so we got tickets and went and watched it. That was quite interesting, but there was none that we knew who was. There was some in a panel which to come in and see it you had to pay a lot of money, and we talked about it because there was someone which was not a famous star from Harry Potter, and there was someone for something else. My daughter knew them, but I didn't. So that's. But we decided not to waste money on that part. But we met Darth Vader. Oh yeah, we actually met some guy there which was dressed like David Tennant, or was it Matt Smith? Oh, my memory eludes me. It was one of those two, and there was a woman which... No, she was not dressed like Rose. Oh, I actually... I actually met Billie Piper, well, not met her. I saw her at a book signing in Swindon. That was the first place I lived in Britain, so it was pure accident we came into that bookstore and there was a long queue and said, who is that? And my son said, oh, that's Billie Piper. But yeah. Oh dear. Well, so my daughter met Captain Jack, what's his name? That was a book signing as well. So, I need something that I need to make. I talk too much, don't I?
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Yeah, I'm sitting in a ship, so that's actually fine. Yeah, John Barrowman. He was signing books, and she wanted the book, so she went and bought the book and stood in the queue and have a signed version of his book. I can't remember what it's called, so he was very nice towards her. Now my luck was I went to actually the same bookstore. It was a Waterstones, I believe it was, but I went to the same bookstore because I wanted one of Michael Palin's books and wanted it signed, and he was there, but I couldn't get away from work, so I came very late. He was still supposed to be there, but he had left because there was only 10 people who wanted signed books. So he had gone home. That was my luck. And if I ever meet him, which I doubt I will, but if I do, I will tell him that that was not very nice. But the weird thing is, I very often run into people by accident. I've done that a couple of times, and it's weird. So I'm kind of in a problem with the space right now. But the good thing is I can actually do some repairs on this one already. Can I make one? Yeah, I can. So I have chromatic matter, but the question is how much do I actually want to do? I don't have platinum. But I can actually do these because I got that. And that. I can actually chug a couple of things on this one. So one I can. That's actually a good thing to get repaired. Then we are moving things a little bit around. Platinum. So yeah. No, my daughter has never been afraid of going and seeing famous people when they were around. Do some of the repairs, which is actually handy. Then I don't have to do them later. So yeah. Okay. actually make them? Actually, I can. See, that's all the good things repaired. So that's actually quite good to kind of get that out of the way. So I need a lot of ferrite. And yeah, I think that will be it for now. But at least that makes that I have something to work on. Now we used to watch Torchwood as well. So ooh, that I'm not doing that, but I'm doing the. So I need a lot of ferrite in different shapes. It always comes with the repairs, and that is of course how it is. Oh yeah, I was telling about the convention in Vienna. There was a corner with the Doctor Who thing, and there was this guy. I think he was dressed like David Tennant, but don't hang me up. No, it must have been Matt Smith, because the woman looked more like Amy Pond. So, but my daughter was talking to him for quite a while about Doctor Who, and it was quite interesting to hear an Austrian take on it. Remember, I'm a foreigner as well, so I have another take on it than many Brits does. But it was kind of interesting, and so and they were very. I need some more chromatic metal, so should I make that before we go on? I mean, whether I do it now or later is kind of
Weather update.
the same difference. Activated, normal. So if I take the activated, it's 1-to-1. I'm not going to take all the activated. Jesus, it's warm here. So, better get everything on so people can actually follow the so then take the rest of the normal cover as well.
Technology recharge.
Then it gives me a free slot as well. So that's actually worth doing.
Component prepared. Technology prepared. Component prepared. Technology prepared.
So the rest will have to wait, I would say. I'm putting the gold on because that's oh, that's it. Okay, do I want to stop anything on this ship? Thing is, it's not everything that I actually need, but there we go. And at least I have some space for other things. This ship is fueled and can be called when I want and need it. So well, I haven't used any charts on this planet. So should I actually do that and see if I can get an abandoned building on this one? Because I have a lot of killed creatures. Ah, another distress signal, okay. That was not what I expected, but 4 hours. So we know what we are doing the next 4 hours. Yep. Luckily there is a shortcut to these things. So
Technology recharge.
now I spent my last pyrite, so now it's tritium until I get some more. Wow, am I lucky or what? Yeah, I unfortunately have to deal with this and then leave the planet. So that's how it is. So well, I don't have it, and that will be useful. I can't do much repair on it because I already need some more of this. Luckily I just got a little bit. Yes, I did. I liked it. I have to be careful what I say now, but I actually love the accent of that part of the world. But yeah, Torchwood was something I liked as well. I like as well because I actually sometimes go through those TV series again. So I need to make sure I can actually get it off the planet. So
Technology prepared.
yeah, do I have enough pure ferrite as well? It is luckily something I can a little bit of luck make. But the funny thing with Torchwood is not the TV series, but how it actually evolved through the Doctor Who itself. That's always been something I found quite funny. Yeah. So we need some pure ferrite.
Technology recharge. Weather update. Storm clearing.
So I kind of have ships now to work on for quite a while. So that's positive.
Technology prepared.
Why am I flashing red? I don't have any chromatic metals, so I'm going to leave that and go to my normal ship and leave this planet. that planet? I don't better remember the name. That was Rainy Planet's Google Tau. Okay. What else do we have? Temperate Planet. That I used one on as well. And a dead planet. I don't want to visit that. So space station and find a new place to go and roam. So I will say that in my understanding of the rules, you don't have a license to the ship until it's repaired. You can fly it, but it has to be fully repaired before you have the license. The only one I have which is fully repaired is the fighter, so that of course is down to interpretation of the rules, but and you can be as strict or lenient as you want when you play. That's the whole thing is it's made to actually make things a little bit enjoyable, a little bit of fun, and a lot of bumps in the road. I'm actually just putting on up there because the thing is that I really do wanna keep evolving it. I might later go for so anything I can actually sell. Patience. I don't need that right now. Hey little girl. So I think I have been around this one, but I'm just going to make sure. Yeah. That's 100,000, 180,000. I'm not going to give them away just to get a little bit of standing. That I will get kind of anyway by doing missions and see people comes on now, football is ended. I don't know if it was, well, the result was okay for England, which ended 0-0. Denmark also ended 0-0, and I don't know what that actually means, because that seems like they insert in the group and then are dependent on other teams, whether they is one of the third teams to progress. I'm not entirely sure that whether well, this says Denmark goes through withdrawal, but that's so according to this, Denmark ended second in the group. Why is Denmark in front of Slovenia, which also, that's where it gets a little bit complicated, I find, but well, UEFA's executives make their rules, and they are not always understandable for normal people, so I'm not even going to try to guess, and I'll see what pops up at a later point when all groups are played, how it actually goes. So that's the only thing I can actually kind of say anything about it. I would say not losing a match is a good thing. That is not bad whatsoever. So I am far away, and I can only go to gig systems. So this is out of jump range, so I need to get closer. That is not far forward, but it's kind of better than backwards. So this challenge is one thing people very often have asked me, why are you doing these kinds of things? And the thing is, I actually like to be put in a situation where I do not know exactly what to think about the game itself. So because when you start a new game, no matter no matter what difficulty you choose, it will always be, you know exactly what to actually do, and how to progress through the initial survival phase. And it's not like the survival phase actually stop after half an hour, even though we sometimes in fun say, can you survive the first half hour, then you're fine. But you can play for many hours and then still die. And if you play on normal, you respawn without any other things than the inconvenience of the dead. If you play on survival mode, yeah, you will still respawn, but you might lose some of your inventory. I can't remember exactly how it pans out. On Permadeath, if you die, you die, you lose everything. You lose your save game, and it doesn't ask you what you had and how long you have been playing. You lost it all. And that's just how it is. It's not like it's not like it's something you don't know. You know the rules of the game when you start it, and that's actually the part which makes it real interesting to play, because you know what issues you can run into. You know that one little mistake and you lose what you have.
Proceed. Units proceed. Units proceed.
So you know what you're going into, and taking those kind of
Units proceed.
risks makes things a little bit interesting in perspective. Hmm. So this was something I just sell anyway, and you know, sometimes it's a good idea doing it, sometimes it's not. And I will definitely leave that up to you when you play, whether you want to do that or or you won't do it. I would say sometimes I choose to do it, sometimes I choose not to. It depends. So I'm still in that phase where I actually talk to them, try to get stuff or standing out of them. Yeah. So I will say, coming down the line, it's more difficult now actually, because it's not always there is a word which actually fit. The gigs want trade related. None of this is trade related. So if I can get anything out of not trade related, then I am actually very happy. Sorry, I'm sitting carting around. My back is a little bit sore for some reason. So I'm trying to sit so it doesn't annoy me too much. I think it would be loot. Gives me money, that's fine. Everything is positive, so that's getting stuff nice. The Viking have to be a little bit careful because they might hit you, and that can actually take a lump out of your life in more than one way. But again, it's a risk. Yeah. He didn't hit me, but he didn't like the word, which was actually aggression. And that's just how it is. Not everything is perfect. 207 on the top now. A B class. I haven't talked to this guy. That is actually fine. I thought I saw a traveler, but I might not have. So it helps when there's actually word which is in the correct category. It is a little bit difficult when they are not, then it's, are you lucky enough to get something out of it, or are you just wasting your time? So, yeah, there is a traveler down there. Thing is, I want to have all the clips, so when I see them, I actually So Tiger, I can't remember if I asked you before. Oh, that's a good one. Star Wars or Star Trek? Sorry, my dogs are a little bit noisy. They are playing around right now, so. Yeah, that was where everything started. I have recently started rewatching that. And it's actually funny to oh, that's nice. It's actually funny to see how good it was, even though it was made many years ago now. Of course, there is things which you know is a little bit silly nowadays, but yeah, so do I. But I've always been a Trekkie. That has always been, and I have watched almost all series. I'm a little bit behind with some of the newer ones, but to be honest, that's that will be filled out at some point.
Extreme Sentinel Planet. Extreme Sentinel Planet. Extreme Sentinel Planet. Units received. Units received.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay. I think I got away. Now I would say I do like Star Wars as well. I think it's a brilliant. Yeah, me too. Me too. Am I playing with the fire right now? Have you ever seen The Orville?
Sentinel drives activated.
Where's the doll? There. And the other end. Oh dear. This is not going to give me anything good, but 978, so it would be 0978. Yeah, it's going to find me something on another planet. That is unfortunately normal. I don't have the higher level, so can I outrun them? That's the question.
Warning. Threat detected.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not afraid of that. Yeah, I also like the new one with Pike, which is kind of pre-original series. That is very good as well. Purite, I needed that. Where is he? How far away is he? Is he coming this way? One hour.
Hostile ships approaching.
Probably shouldn't do this, but
Technology recharge.
I trust myself. I shouldn't, should I?
Technology recharge.
He has a very hard-hitting gun.
Technology recharge.
But I load my shield quicker.
Hostile ships deleted.
Now, the Orwell is Seth MacFarlane's kind of spoof over Star Trek, but it's so well made. I think it's one of the best spoofs I ever seen, but it's so true to the originals. Oh, I must admit, I have watched Star Trek from the original series. I watched the cartoon, which was made Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager. I've been on the whole long journey, and I have enjoyed every minute of them. I have not seen the last season, but I will say that it's. I like Picard, but I think he is getting a little bit too old to play. Well, I like Patrick Stewart, but I think he's getting a little bit old to play Picard. Does that make sense? Because
Technology recharging.
it's I mean, it would be like taking and reinstating James T. Kirk. The story is very, very good, and it's well made, but I don't find Picard self believable anymore. Well, I must admit that some of the other characters I actually find very, very good, and so it's absolutely worth watching.